Hello YouTube, my name is Dragonheart, the Prince of Wales, and welcome to another unit overview video. Today we're with the Dwarves, and we're looking at Thunderers. Look at them! Their massive helmets, their fantastic armour, and their guns! Gun Dwarves. Dwarves with guns. So, what we're going to do, we're going to get the UI back on, like we always do, and I'm going to bring up the information that we need today. So, they are very similar to Quarrelers, which we've previously shown on the channel. We have 3 units of Quarrelers right by here. We have 3 units of Thunderers right by here. So what I'm going to do is going to combine the stats between the two of them. So first of all, Thunderers. They're armoured and shielded. They have armour-piercing missiles, and they're decent in melee combat. Now you put that to Quarrelers, you can see they're very similar. Obviously the only difference there being that Thunderers do have armour-piercing missiles. They also get 80 in a unit, which is exactly the same as Quarrelers. Their health is slightly different. Quarrelers 4,560, whereas their health is 4,640, so they've got slightly better health there. Armour is exactly the same at 80. Leadership's exactly the same at 66. Speed's exactly the same as 30. Now, their melee attack is actually on 20, whereas Quarrelers rather, is on 16, so they're actually 4 better Thunderers. So they are slightly better in melee attack there. Their melee defense is exactly the same as 26. Weapon strength is exactly the same at 28. Charge bonus is exactly the same as 4. Ammunition is exactly the same as 22. Their range is slightly worse, so it's 135, whereas the range of Quarrelers is 155. Best way to demonstrate this is if I go back here, bring up the lines, you can see by here, my range is only up to this part here, where the path is there, whereas the Quarrelers can go much further afield by here. So that's the range by there. And then we've got the missile damage, which is 16, whereas Quarrelers do slightly more, 21. So they're the main differences. Only small differences. It's basically, it depends. The main thing to ask yourself is, do you prefer armor-piercing missiles or not? Are you happy to reduce yourself with slightly less range? That is the main differences between Thunderers and Quarrelers. So today we're going to have a battle against the Empire again, and we're going to show them in action. So let's start the battle. We're going to have a look at the stats as well. We're going to get them up close, get them all firing. Are the Empire coming to me? Let's have a quick look. I don't think they are. I think they're just going to stay still, or maybe they are going to come towards me. Do seem to be advancing forward with their sword infantry. Okay, they don't think they are. So we're going to entice them by firing upon them, getting them nearer to me. Let's get the gyrocopters up the wing. Let's get my cannons firing into the flanks if possible. And then what I'm going to do, get my slayers in this little pathway by here. Get them all grouped up. Going to get my leader just behind them as well, Thorgrim Grudgebearer. And then what we're going to do is advance with my Quarrelers one side and my Thunderers the other side. And we're going to be firing into them and seeing how much damage we can do. And fast forward this as well so we don't go over the same thing over and over and over again. Get them in range. You can see the range by here, how much that difference is between the two. They're also slightly more expensive on the campaign. I think it's about 100 difference. So they are slightly more... I guess you could probably get 2 Quarrelers on your campaign for and probably combine that with 1 Thunderer unit would probably be the best way I would go with it in the campaign. But because the price is obviously slightly different, but they are effective. They do armor piercing, which is obviously good against units such as swordsmen, which do have armor. They have 30 armor there, look, as you can see. So if you can get armor piercing on some of these units here, like what else we got here? I'm just going to check swordsman. Got lots of swordsmen I've actually brought here. Great swords. Great swords got 100 armor. Look at that. So you can get them onto units like that. It's going to obviously help you out a lot. So actually turn our army around because we're actually facing the wrong way with these. Let's get them up. Get all my infantry up here. Let's get them all involved. Get them firing. I think my cannons are going to be in range shortly as well. They're going to be firing onto the swordsman there. Gyrocopters. Let's get them flanking around. This cannon is actually firing already. Get them onto the swords at the back, but there. And I think we need to go slightly further forward just to be in range, as you can see, whereas these Quarrelers don't have to quite go as far. They can go up to about here, sacrifice a little bit of ground there compared to what the Thunderers have to do, and they'll still be in range on the Pistoliers by here. And as you can see, they are marching forward now. Let's see what they're doing. I'm going to bring my Gyrocopters and attack the Pistoliers so they don't get in my way. And now we get to see the damage that we can do. Going to bring my infantry forward slightly as well. They do actually have some Pistoliers charge me around the side. I'm actually going to bring my infantry up further forward to meet them here. to get up there, stop them getting in close on my missiles. Let's have a look at the Thunderers and the sort of damage they do. So let's have a look. Thunderers, 4 kills, 13 kills, 10. So they got some kills ready. They are firing away. Let's actually zoom in and have a look at them firing. This is what we want to see, guys. Dwarves firing guns. Look at that. They're all firing. A little bit like Empire Total War with your line infantry almost. They're all getting kills right now. They're all firing in. And obviously that armor piercing. As you can see, health's going down tremendously by the swordsman. Their health's going really low. A shitload of kills being done by here. 18, 10, 25. I say a shitload, probably not quite that much, but they are getting kills. Obviously, mixed in with infantry, fighting down, slowing them down is what you want as well. This one's going, the swordsman unit's routing, but they're losing lots of men very quickly. Thunder's doing a good job. My quarrelers can actually go into the swordsman, but my gyrocopters have done a good job on this right flank. Right flank's completely folded, we've taken that quite easily. Left flank holding up relatively well, routing most of them. And the Thunderers, 35, 37, 42 compared to 42, 16 and 23. Not big differences really. Obviously I have to get them a bit closer to the enemy to attack them, whereas I can be a bit further back with the Quarrelers, and the Quarrelers do more missile damage of course, but they're the only, it's only slight differences really. Obviously the armor piercing is the main thing which will entice you. If you want to get some of these to fight against units which are heavily armored, then it's probably in your best interest, especially in a siege battle. Put them up on the walls against armored orcs, that sort of thing, against the Empire units which have armor. You want to use them against those type of infantry. Karl Franz getting involved by here as well, so I can actually send some of my infantry onto him. Let's get my general up here as well. I don't know what he's doing back there. Actually, my general's over here. Thorgrim's fighting some outriders up there, that's fine. Let's get my infantry, my slayers involved. They can do some chasing down, as well as my gyrocopters. Bring my guns further forward, I think. As a matter of fact, we're going to use him on Karl Franz. Let's pull out with my infantry. Let's have a little go to Karl Franz, see what we can do. Oh, he's actually gone. Karl Franz is actually getting shot to pieces right now. Under heavy fire. He's actually routing. And we've actually won. Just like that. And that's a quick demonstration of them in battle. Decisive victory. So we'll have a look at the stats now as well, just to see how things went for us. So they had 44 kills, 64 kills and 51. When you compare that with 23, 18 and 47. This one did it obviously really well with 47. But you can see they're pretty good. One of them actually leveled up as well. They had gained 1 XP rank of experience. They were used in more or less the centre of the line in the end. The right flank obviously folded quite easily, and we were able to just swarm in then, get lots of firepower onto them and got the win. Anyway guys, they've been the Thunderers and I've been Dragonheart the Prince of Wales. Thank you for watching. Until next time, goodbye.